Hello, I'm William Gallagher and this is 58 Keys. Specifically, it's a special 58 Keys, the 58 Keys Amazon Prime Day special for the UK. Please look in the description for a link for the very similar but slightly different American Amazon Prime Day special. And in both cases, there are some good buys for writers who use and who write on Macs. In the UK, not so much iPads and iPhones, not this time, but Macs, yes. But you know, Amazon Prime Day, it's hard to search through. So, okay, I've done that. You also know that prices change over the now 4-day Prime Day, and also the products sell out. So that bit's on you, right? You can read the description for links directly to what I think is worth our time looking at. And actually, while you do it, could you please let me point out some things to consider, issues to just be aware of. Starting with Macs. This year, I don't know why, UK Prime Day is actually rather better off for Macs than the American one. Haven't got one thin clue, but there you go. Most Macs actually are available for a little less, a couple of % off, which is not to be sniffed at, but there are two that I think are worth seeing. First, an M4 Mac Mini with 512 gigabytes of storage, 13% off at £692 instead of £799. You can get a cheaper one though. You can get a £500 one, but I think that version has too little storage. So it would be a bargain today, but a frustration in a very little while. So the 512 gigabyte version, £692, that's the one. Second, MacBook Air 13-inch M4, again with 512 gigabytes, and again for the same reason, you need that amount of storage. This is now £1,026 instead of about £1,200. It's a saving of 14%. But that saving is solely for the midnight colour version. Now, as it happens, I think that one looks the best. But if you happen to prefer silver, sky blue or starlight, well, you're going to have to cough up another whole £18 for it. And that's it for Macs on Amazon Prime Day this year in the UK. And forget iPads, I'm afraid. Oddly, America's done better than with iPads this time. But for the UK, again, there are savings. It's just nothing worth getting very excited about, and actually excited's probably too big a word for how you should feel about iPhones. But in this case, the UK has some deals and the US for some reason doesn't really. Nothing special. Anyway, in the UK and Prime Day, you can get 18% off the iPhone 16e with 120 gigabytes of SSD storage, making it £494 instead of £599. But maybe the best, again with more storage, is the 15% off you can get with the iPhone 16e that comes with 256 gigabytes SSD storage. That's now $594 instead of $699. And are you following all this? We're in July. Look at the quality of information you get. And there will be a new iPhone 17 range in September, which means Apple will probably lower the price on the base iPhone 16. And certainly, people upgrading to the new ones will be flogging their old iPhones off. So the odds are that you'll actually get a better deal if you wait until September. But if you're in the market for an iPhone now, this is a good price. Similar story with the Apple Watch. Again, there's going to be a new version of the Apple Watch in September. Although this time, Apple doesn't tend to keep last year's models available at a low price. Doesn't tend to. Not a low price, not any price, really. Plus, year to year, there's normally not a massive difference, not year to year, between Apple Watch editions. But this year could be different because it's actually the 10th anniversary of when the original Apple Watch shipped back in 2015. So you're probably safe to look at Amazon's deals on the current ones today, but there might be a better watch later. But the 26% off the current Apple Watch Series 10 42mm size, the smaller size, with GPS only, so not its own mobile connection. Although Prime actually does have some deals on watches and mobile. That 42mm version is now £295 instead of $399, 26% off. And there's 24% off the 46mm GPS only Apple Watch Series 10, which is the one I have. That's now £325, where I paid $429. With all Apple Watch deals, though, this is important. You need to pick carefully what type and size and colour of wristband you get. Some are included in these prices, some make a difference. Lastly though, for Apple products, there's one more thing to mention after this. There are AirPods, and this is good. In the UK, AirPods Pro 2, the top of the range AirPods, and actually the ones I have, the ones that come with all the hearing test features and that adjust to suit your hearing, they're now £179 instead of £229, 22% off. But what's recent, Apple does this thing, right? This is Apple spaces out its iPod prices, making clear gaps between the cheapest, AirPods 4, the middle one, called AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation, and the top one, AirPods Pro 2, but Amazon has just collapsed that down a little bit. AirPods Pro 2 on Prime Day in the UK currently cost what the middle version used to be. Now, okay, the middle version has had a discount too, but it's a smaller discount, and in every way AirPods Pro 2 is the model to get. Now all of this, in my opinion, is the best of the UK Prime Day sales on Apple devices. But this is Amazon, and Amazon makes Kindle, and you're a writer, which means you're a reader. So of the various Prime Day deals you can get on Amazon's Kindle, I would like to recommend the Kindle Paperwhite 16GB version, which is £134.99 instead of £169.99, a saving of 21%. If you follow my link, and I should say, shouldn't I, at least in theory, if Amazon will give me something for your having done that, then you will see that Kindle Paperwhite appears to be listed for quite a bit less, about £10 less than I just said. But that's because many of the Kindle devices come with optional ads. So yeah, you can save a little money now, but you can also get an advert in your face every time you pick the thing up now and for the next however many years you're reading it. Just don't do it to yourself, okay? The ad-free version. You'll have to click to find it because Amazon will default to it. There also used to be lots of options for different capacities of Kindle, and they don't seem to be as promoted to the fore as much now, but that's good. That kind of saves me saying, yeah, they're a shrug, because the base model is always fine on Kindle readers. Go use my links to go straight to anything you're interested in, please. But then also remember that while Prime Day sales can be the best prices you get on any of these devices, many of them will keep coming back on sale. I got my AirPods Pro cheaper for about the same price, and it wasn't Prime Day. So if the thing you want sells out now, or if this just isn't the right time for you to buy, keep an eye on the prices and come back later. That's it for this UK Amazon Prime Day special of 58 keys. Remember, if you somehow, for some reason, are also able to buy from the States, there's a whole different set of bargains on there. In fact, there's a separate video for it. It's peculiarly different, really, what the savings are on the two. You think they all come from Apple, but yeah. I put a link to that US 58 keys special in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself. Hey, write more too, and I'll see you soon.